Hey guys, it's Poochie. It's another video on the road to 100K, also known as Poochie Unleashes Her ADD. So that's basically what I feel like every week when I do these videos because I get so distracted by everything. What we're doing is we're going to show you this week's sales. The purpose of this whole series of videos is we're taking an eBay account from $0 in sales to $100,000 in sales. So I'm showing you it can be done, number one, and number two, how to do it, some ideas, tips, tricks, what to look out for, what to stay away from. This is all clothing, pre-owned clothing. Some of it's new, some of it's new with tag. It's all thrifted. We do not source at... we don't do retail arbitrage or online arbitrage on this account, so that means we don't go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls yet. Maybe in the future we will. I don't know. I went to TJ Maxx the other night and I was not impressed. Just not impressed. I was even less impressed when I found a pair of G4 shorts that were $175 shorts. They had them for 28 bucks and I realized that I didn't bring my wallet. Oh! The struggle is real, y'all. I'm also going to show you some stuff that I got from a friend of mine, a little mini thrift haul. So let's get into it and see what sold and how much we made. This week was not as good as last week. I will show you here. It's down 13.8%. Both, which is kind of weird, 13.8% in total sales, 13.8% in quantity sold, which is bizarre. So we're down a little bit, but last week was a great week. We had a really slow Saturday, but on Sunday, oh man, did eBay ever bring it home. We had our best sale day on eBay yet, over $450, I think, on eBay. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I'm in my drafts here. $435.96. So that is awesome. We have offers coming in. Things are going great. So let's see how we did overall. Okay. This week, sales were down. Okay. Last week we had 93. This week we had 85. We did not sell anything on Mercari. Shocker. We don't have that much listed on Mercari, but we never sell anything on Mercari and haven't for... I actually shut down Mercari because I was so sick of it. But, you know, I put stuff back on because no seller fees. Okay. So I'll probably put some more on, maybe some, you know, some cheapo stuff, and see what we can do, because no seller fees is awesome. Etsy, no sales on Etsy. Etsy is a struggle for me. I have over, I think, 350 to 400 items listed now, and it's just like sometimes I get a sale a week, sometimes I don't get a sale a week. I'm really questioning whether I should continue putting stuff on Etsy at all, because I don't know that the profits that we make are worth the fees that we pay, because Etsy you have to pay 20 cents to put an item on up front. So I'm not sure if it's really worth it. Depop, we had 3 sales. We had 3 sales last week, by the way. I finally got logged back into my Depop account. I have forgiven them for, you know, letting someone take over my account and not getting me back in for 4 days. But, yeah, Depop's okay. Some of these I look at and I'm like, is it really worth the effort in, you know, listing stuff there? I think Poshmark is a little bit, but all the effort we spent to list stuff, cross-post stuff on Poshmark, Mercari, Etsy, Depop, and here's what it breaks down to. $200 in profit. Now, a lot of effort went into cross-listing things on other platforms for the week. So hopefully that'll pick up it'll get better. Hopefully Macari will kick in. Hopefully, I've been very faithful in listing at least 3 items on Etsy a day, which a lot of platforms that helps on. I've been doing sales on Etsy. I take offers. So hopefully Etsy at some point will pick up. We have less in sales this week. Last week, 2,346. This week, 2,035. But our profits are up. 1,179.55, 1,094. When I do shipping today, we've changed the way we do shipping. So shipping hasn't gone out for items. So I'm sure that profit is going to come down. But as of now, that's where it is, 1,179. eBay. We had a good week. So I said it was down 13.8% or whatever. We sold 1,750. So 1,750 times 52 weeks is 91,000. Exactly. So 91,000 a year is where we're at. Last week we were at 100,000 if we would have made that much every week. So we're consistently going up. It's just a matter of, getting more quality items on, and the items that aren't as great of quality, clearing them out. That includes old inventory. Some items we're actually taking out of inventory and redoing because for some unknown reason to me, the first items we listed, we didn't take measurements. How do you list clothes and not take measurements? I don't know. So we're taking some items out, like old Patagonia. I can't even remember what I saw the other day that I was like, Ralph Lauren, I think. Some items that we're taking out and we're actually going to relist, rephotograph, since our skill set has gone up now. We're also going to continue to aggressively market with sales because that is definitely working. Now this week on Poshmark, let's go to Depop first. 3 items, $74.49. This is the only one really we're showing. It's a pair of Dickies overalls. We got these, I'm pretty sure, at the bins. Probably paid maybe $3 for them. They sold for $34.99. Now, Depop is kind of weird because they actually charge 2 fees. They charge their selling fee and then they charge like a payment fee. So Depop, it's not the cheapest place to sell on. I'll just say that. Now for Poshmark, let's go into Poshmark. 13 things, which is great. Really low average sales price. Low gross sales. We did better than last week though. And again, our cost of goods is going down. So the more that we clear out the old inventory that we overpaid for, and the mystery boxes that we bought, and then we sold all the good stuff, and then we had kind of the crap left over, the more we do that, the more we build up our inventory and get better and better stuff. And plus, a lot of the stuff that isn't great that we're putting in, we paid a quarter for. We paid a quarter for, or 50 cents for, which I will show you when we get into the what sold. And at the end of the video, we're going to do the little mini haul that I promised you. And this is cool because there's only, I think, 2 pieces of actual clothing in there. So Poshmark, the only thing really I wanted to show you was Boston Bruins shirt. I think we paid probably $2 for it, but it's kind of cool. It's 2011 Stanley Cup champions, and it's sold on Posh. This is an item I would expect to sell on eBay, but it's sold on Poshmark, so that is awesome. Now, going back, I want to talk to you about selling fees. Now, selling fees, we have been paying an extra 5%, which sucks, especially when you think of the reason for items not as described that we've had. Like one of them, I've said before, was an extra large shirt. This is an extra large, the buyer said. It's not, I wear extra large. Although the tag in the photos says extra large and the measurements prove it's an extra large. But he found an item not as described, and eBay refused to take it off even though we appealed it. So do whatever you have to do to make sure that people do not file item not as described. Next month, we will not have those extra 5% fees because we don't have 10 items not as described, thank God. But just do whatever you have to do to not get those with the buyers, because it's such a pain to pay eBay an extra 5%. So if you look at the gross sales, I'm going to show you just this week, $87.50. We paid eBay an extra $87.50. Now, that's like over half of our sponsored listings, our promoted listings. So it just sucks, and I'm not happy about it, but there literally is no way. eBay very rarely will take off an item not as described. There's another one because the item had pilling. Well, the pilling was shown in the photos, and the description said, look at the photos to see. So it's like it was as described, but eBay's not going to take it off because eBay wants that extra 5%, man. Anyway, it was a good week on eBay. Down from last week, but still up overall. The sales are growing, which is exactly what we want. 1,750 shipping. Will probably be a little bit more than that when I get today's shipping done. So just keep that in mind. Our profits will probably go down from here. Cost of goods, though, is looking good. When you can sell $1,750.44 and your cost of goods is $124, and that includes a lot of shoes that we just basically gave away. I had them marked so low, like $9, $8.50, just to get them out of here, and we paid like $4 for them. So it was a good week. $1,100.79 is our profit. Again, that'll probably go down a little bit. That'll probably go down a little bit once we have our shipping in for today done. Anyway, it's a good week. $1,179. How much is that a month, or how much is that a year? If we keep that up times 52 weeks, it's $61,308 in profit every year. Really good, right? So I'm very happy with these numbers, especially 2,035 and 1,179. Now you see, most of the fees that we pay go to eBay. Almost all the fees. I refuse to do Depop. I'll do the promoted listings because it's an extra 8%. I think if the item sells, I refuse to do them on Poshmark. Because you have to pay with no guarantee of getting sales back. I refuse to do them on Etsy because it's the same thing. You pay with no promise or guarantee of getting them back. So any place that you have to pay to advertise without the way to do it. I'm sorry, I'm losing my track. I told you, it's Unleash Cindy's ADD is what these videos should be called. Anytime you have to prepay with no guarantee of sales, don't do it. Just don't do it. My Poshmark, I took free money from them, and I think it was like $150, and I got $200 in sales. So I paid $150 in advertising fees, and I got $200 in sales. Simply not worth it. Promote your listings on your own. Use your social media. Build up your social media. I'll tell you right now, I am a reseller that does YouTube. There are a lot of YouTubers who are resellers, okay? But they don't make their living reselling. I make my living reselling. A lot of the bigger YouTube channels, they're YouTubers, that's their main thing, and then they resell also, whether because they love to do it or whatever, but they make the bulk of their money from YouTube. Baby, that's not me. That is so not me. So I am a reseller who does YouTube to try to help other people. I want to help other people. My grandma helped me when I was just starting out in business, so I like to help others. That is the complete reason that I do it. So let me tell you right now that we are nearing our goal, okay? 1,750, what did I say it was? 91,000? 1,750 times 52, 91,000. Last week we're at the $100,000 mark. So we're building, we're getting there in our eBay sales. And the $100,000 is just on eBay. That's the goal. Poshmark, Depop, website, everywhere else is just bonus. And this is not our only source of income. I have other sources of income, but here's what I try to do. I try to make sure that I make this as realistic as possible. So I don't go out and just spend money buying things. I spend money buying things that this account can afford. If this account is not making money, then I am changing the way I'm sourcing. Do you understand what I mean? I'm not just going to the Goodwill and spending $2,000 sourcing at the Goodwill for good quality items with a high resale rate. Okay? This account only makes $973 profit, then that's what I have to spend, minus fees, minus, well, the fees are in there, minus bills, minus gas, minus I take some for myself for household bills. So this account is very realistic in how someone would do it if they're just starting from scratch. I don't go in and just spend, like I said, $2,000 and get stuff and then it sells and I'm like, woo, look at me. No, I'm spending what this account can afford to spend. That's why we're going to the bins, because to build up the inventory, reserves that we need on this account, we've been going to the bins a lot more because it's cheaper. Also, 25-cent day. We didn't go this week because last week was very disappointing. So we took a day of rest just like God did. So that we didn't go to. We went to 50-cent day because we always do pretty well there. We cut that sourcing trip short. We didn't go for the long drive because Betsy had to work at our other store. So basically, we're building this cheap, which means sometimes we don't get, all the greatest brands. We don't get the G4, we don't get the, Cool, we don't get the Rowback, we don't get other things because we don't want to pay up for them. We want to go to the bins and get things that we can afford and build up our inventory that way. So a lot of thought actually goes into this and how we're getting to 100K, which we will get to. It's not even, my goal is to prove that we can do it, but I'm not cheating, if you know what I mean. I'm not just going out and spending money. I'm spending what these accounts are bringing in. I'm sourcing with the money that's available, just like someone would if they had no other source of income. So anyway, blah, 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 right? It was a good week. It wasn't as good as last week, but we did have a record Sunday, which is awesome. The plan is working. I want to show you some stuff that sold, and I also want to get into this. Haul. So let's get into the haul first. I said I was going to, no, I told some people I'd do it at the end, so let's do it at the end. Let's get into what sold. Wrangler cargos are selling. It's summer, but they're actually selling and selling pretty well. I sold 3 Wrangler cargos this week. Again, I paid 25 or 50 cents for these. So I think these sold for probably between 25 and 30, which I was fine with. Yeah. 25 or 50 cents into 25 or $30. Yes. These I've had forever. Kensie, I'm not sure why we got these, but we probably spent 50 cents or a quarter for them. Maybe got them at the bins. I don't know. They eventually sold for $15.79, which I was really happy about. These are UGG. We've had a lot of Uggs. Ugg, you think boots, right? Or winter, but they actually have sandals. We've had a lot of Uggs for a long time. These were, again, in mystery lots that we got. We sold off the really good stuff quick, made a great profit. And then these are just the ones that are left over. I think I paid $4 each for these. So I'm just marking them down to get them gone. Those sold on a 50% off sale. This is a hat that I paid $1 for, I believe. Sold for $29.99. Toronto Blue Jays, nice hat. I got some really nice hats for $1 not that long ago, so just at a thrift store. So very happy about that. This Dale Earnhardt, I wanted to show you this because not all NASCAR stuff sells well. We had this for a very long time. It sold on a 50% off sale, which is still going on now. Poochie's Pickers on eBay, by the way. 50% off, tons of stuff, and I will be marking more down today. That is part of the aggressively market with sales, etc., and clear out old inventory, you see. So that sold for $11.87. Nice size, really nice shirt, has a great graphic on the front or back. Just could not sell it for a long time. These, all Nikes are not created equal. These Nikes sold for $14.25, 50% off sale, but I was, again, happy to get rid of them. This, I paid $4.50 for this, and I did because I thought it was really cool with the Florida Gators in there. I didn't think it would take very long to sell, and it didn't. It sold for an offer of, I think, $25. I think I took an offer of $25 for it. But nice profit. Didn't take a long time to sell. It's a very unusual looking shirt. This one is one that I took a risk on. I paid $4.50 for just because I thought it was really cool. I never buy this stuff, but I thought it was cool because it has not only the what is that? What Alexa, what is the, never mind. She's not going to know. I just thought it was cool with both the patch and the griffin. Alexa, what is a griffin? Oh no, it doesn't have the wings. So that's probably a lion. I don't know. Alexa, stop! God, she's still going. This one, okay, so I've told you the past couple videos, I think, or some videos in somewhere. I've told you about sets and doing sets. Like if you have a top and the pants. Now, we'll do it if it's a suit, but in fact, I think I had one thing sell last week, and I was like, I hate doing stuff that's a set. So this actually was a set, and it has the skirt to match. We broke it up. I think this ended up selling for $28. It's a really cool, you can't really see it. It is leather and crochet and just a really cool, I wish they would have taken a close-up picture of it a little bit better, but ended up selling for I think $28. And again, we still have the skirt that goes with it. I don't like selling things as a set. I think they're extremely hard to photograph. I think they're extremely hard to sell usually for some reason. So I like to sell the stuff that is just, I like to separate it now if we can. Ralph Lauren shirt. This is with the Flesh Pony. It's one of the 16 by blah blah blah, one of those, not an extra large, etc. Wrinkled in the picture. That is from us bagging it and bringing it home. We've gotten better about flattening it out as soon as we get home so it doesn't get the wrinkles, but it still sold for $28.49. Very happy with that. This Ted Baker London. So the reason I looked this up and got it was because it says London. So I looked it up. I saw that, you know, it was an okay brand, and apparently, and I just like the style of this shirt with all the polka dots on it and the weird stripe design. So sold for $29.99. This one I put up here just to prove that it's not a great brand, Tri-Mountain, I don't think, but it's a rotary shirt. So I actually specifically got it because it was a rotary shirt. I thought the there's a lot of Rotary clubs throughout the United States, and I thought that this would sell because it has the Rotary emblem embroidered on, and I think it did. So it sold for $17.14 plus shipping. Everything is plus shipping, by the way. This Dead & Company, this is from a 2017 Chicago Dead Tour concert. I don't even know. It must be some sort of a Grateful Dead rip-off band, or I don't even know. But anyway, I think it sold for $28. Might have sold for full asking of $31.58 since we had it for 30% off, but I was happy to get rid of it. I paid only a couple bucks for it. This is one of my favorite things I've gotten in a long time. I love this. The H-Bar-C brand California Ranch wear. Look at this. It looks like a hanky on top of a fancy shirt. It sold for full asking price of $53.19, and the back is awesome. Just a really cool Western shirt, reminding me of my dad. My dad used to work at a dude ranch in Wyoming. That's crazy, right? My dad actually worked. He would be there with the dudes and the city slickers, teaching them, taking them on trail rides and stuff. J. Jill shirt. This one, we still do okay with some J. Jill. This one sold for, I think, $20 on a best offer. Viscose, rayon, I think were two of the reasons why we picked this up. And linen, but Betsy loves to pick up J. Jill. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sell that great. It doesn't sell for that much, but she loves to pick it up. Southern Proper is a brand that I had heard of. I sold this for $18. I basically got this just because of the pattern. I really like the pattern on it. It has some loose threads, but I think it sold for $18. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. Is Southern Proper a good brand? You tell me. I will be picking it up from now on. I think I just like that one because of the colors. I think I paid $4.50 for that, so still over $10 profit, which is what we aim for. Alan Flesser sweater. This one is cashmere. It is new with tags. Guys, I think we got this one really cheap, though. I think we got this one for 50 cents. I don't think a quarter, but maybe 50 cents. Or at the bins, we got it really cheap. I think it sold for a best offer of 25 or 26, which we were fine with because, hey, we got it really cheap. Giorgio Armani took a little while to sell. Giorgio Armani Le Collezioni is sold for $20 plus shipping. You think Armani, oh God, it's going to sell for a fortune. It's Armani, but no. 2004 U.S. Open shirt it is 20 years old. This one sold for $18.95. 30% off sale. Just a really nice vintage tennis shirt with the flaming tennis ball, if you saw that. A lot of people say vintage Abercrombie & Fitch. Yeah, vintage Abercrombie & Fitch is great. It's great. Well, this wasn't so much. I'm not sure how vintage it was with this tag, though. I don't know. I think it's the older tags that actually are worth more money. I would have to look into that to be sure. This one sold for $12. We paid probably a quarter or 50 cents for it, or maybe 75 cents at the bins. I was fine with that. We don't pay full price for Abercrombie & Fitch. Carhartt. I wanted to show you this to show you how much this brand sucks now. $8.57 is all I can get out of a t-shirt. Now, not all things suck, but definitely the t-shirts, the long sleeve shirts, yeah, sucks. This one, Star Wars. I wanted to show you this because I see a lot of Star Wars shirts, a lot of Baby Yoda shirts. They don't sell. So be careful what you pay for them, and I wouldn't even pick them up. Even at a quarter, I don't think I'd pick them up because they just don't sell. This luckily sold for $12. But we had it an awfully long time for it to sell for $12. This I wanted to show you because we missed the boat. The pictures make it look weird and make it look like it's for, an Oompa Loompa. an Oompa Loompa uniform. But we missed the boat because if you look at the top, it looks like Affliction style. So that should have been listed Affliction over here in the keywords. Affliction Y2K. Sold it for $15.79 for 30% off. I hardly paid anything for it, so I was fine with that. Adidas, Adipure PGA. 30% off, finally sold for $12. Not a great pickup, guys, and it's 2XL, so I wouldn't be buying those if I were you. This one, Johnny O. Johnny O has taken a dive. Johnny O has taken a dive in a lot of the stuff that sells. I still really like the brand, so if it's cheap enough, I'll go ahead and pick it up, but it is not selling for as much. $18.95 for a polo, and I was happy to get that. We had that for a while. This is cool, right? It's got some, oops, this is what we do when it has stains or when it has holes. Yep, some deodorant stains. But it's a really cool Donald shirt. I think we sold it for $17. Just look how cool that is. He is pissed. Angry Donald is the best Donald. This Carhartt, again, sucks. Probably sold this for $12, maybe $10. Just sucking. Carhartt, normal stuff. Do not pick it up. Do not pick it up unless it's really cheap and you're going to lot it up. But even then, I wouldn't do it. Nautica pants. Now, why am I showing you Nautica pants? Well, they sold for $25, and I'll tell you why I'm showing you. Because I paid a quarter. These I paid a quarter for. They sold pretty damn quick, and I am very happy about that. So, I picked them up because the size, they're a little bit bigger size. A lot of people only pick up like 32, 34, 36 in pants. I don't. I pick up the larger sizes because I'm larger and a lot of people are larger. So, 100% wool, sold for $25, and literally I paid a quarter. That's 100 times markup. Do you realize that? This one, I think we picked this up at the bins. I think Betsy got this. Irish Homecraft, 100% naturally oiled wool made in Ireland. So we probably paid a couple bucks for this, and it's got the really nice Irish sweater, the cable knit style. And even though it is spring going into summer, we sold this. And it sold for $47.49. Not bad. Cool. So not everything sells quickly for all brands. This is a cool, it is new with tag. I'm not sure why we didn't put new with tag. Probably should have done that. I probably would have sold quicker and for a lot more money, but hey. So anyway, this sold for $24.36. Cool is a very good seller for us whenever we find it. And that's the story I wanted to tell you too. When you go to the bins and you're digging through stuff and everybody's gone through the bin, everybody, it's just what everybody has left behind. I found a really nice cool shirt in the bottom, kind of hidden away. So don't be scared to look in the bins at the Goodwill outlet to find stuff after everybody has gone through it and then gone through it twice and then gone through it 3 times or whatever. You can still find stuff. Lily Pulitzer, this is an example of one that we took out, we rephotographed, we relisted it, sold immediately. We've had this for like a year or 10 months or something. It's just forever it took to sell. It wasn't selling. We took it out. Betsy rephotographed it, got relisted, better photos, nicer photos, better listing because we're better at everything now. And it sold within a day, literally, for full price, $34.99. Yay! This one is one I had for a while. I think I sold it for $20 or $25. I took an offer. I was just ready to sell it. This is an old, very early promo t-shirt for Twilight. But it doesn't even have dimensions. We've had it for a long time because it doesn't have dimensions. Like when we photographed it, we didn't even photograph with a ruler. Oy vey. So yeah, this LuLaRoe we never get, but if it's brand new with tags, okay. We got it. It's new with tags. It sold really quick for $18.99, and literally, I think we probably got this at the bins or at quarter or 50-cent day. So it probably cost us 50 cents max, and sold for $18.99 plus shipping. The last item I want to show you is a NASCAR. When you have things that are like this, spell out. You can use spell out. You can use script as keywords, and this one is not for a driver. It's just NASCAR in general. So it sold for $17.14 plus shipping. That's it. That's the week. Let's get into this that I've been teasing. These are Merrell, kind of like clogs, orthopedic clogs. Now, all this stuff I paid, I think, a maximum $5 for. Is from Whatnot, my friend Shelly, who is Cherry Picker 54. Check out her auctions. I love it because she preloads everything. So when you go to an auction, like she gets up, I think at 7 a.m. her time, which is 10 a.m. my time, and does her auction. No, I'm not a morning person, so no. I am sleeping at 10 a.m. my time. Sorry. I think I'm like born and raised on the West Coast in Milwaukee, Oregon, suburb of Portland. So I think my body is just trained for lifelong West Coast time, because I wake up and it's like 8 or 9 West Coast time, but I'm on the East Coast now, or Eastern time, so it's just screwed up. This one I think I paid $3 for. It's Mountain Hardware. And look at all the tags on the inside of this. Oh my God, you guys. Look at this. Do they have enough tags? I'm not sure. Okay, so I told you most of this wasn't clothing. Okay, and I wasn't kidding. This is a Illy bag, I think. Illy crossbody bag. I like it because of the zippers. We went to ASD like a year ago, I think, and those multicolored zippers were all the rage. Every brand was coming out with multicolored zippers. This is a Fossil purse. I like the Fossil brand, so it's just an older or well-worn. The leather is well-worn. And here's another one of those. Okay, so she's going to tell me. Illy. The brand is Illy. Oops. Oh, she sent me stickers. Little does she know, we put these stickers up in our house. The Gotta Nourish to Flourish sticker she sent before is up on the coffee pot, which is perfect. Live music. Why is that? Go away, man. And, oh, this is cool. Little frog. We have a pool. We have an in-ground pool, so we actually have little frogs. So it looks like you paid $3 a piece for all that stuff. This is the other Illy purse. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's kind of cool, right? Colorful. I mean, they're not in perfect condition, but they're used. Michael Stars. What is that? Michael Stars. No clue. There must be a reason that I got it. There usually is. She preloads her shows. God, my ADD again. She preloads her shows so you can go on and you can look at what you have and you can place pre-bids, is what I was going to say. I like people who do that. I just like the shirt. This is a Devotion Hecho en Colombia. Okay? Devotion, which of course means devotion. I like it because it has the sleeve hits. So, thank you, Shelly. I appreciate it. Check her out, Cherry Picker 54. If you're friends with me or you follow me on Facebook, Poochie Smith, Poochie Smith. There is also a person that I have shared her auctions. She's going through a really rough time, and I cannot remember her name. Her name is, hold on a second. Vintage Fair, I want to say. Vintage, VINTAGEFAIRE. So if you want to help her out, make sure you follow her on Whatnot. And I think she does jewelry auctions. So I am all about helping out other people when they need it if I can. So resellers have to stick together, right? That's it for this week. As always, we keep it real. I'm sorry, you know, my brain just goes boing, 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 pinball when I do a video like this, and most hours of most days. So I hope you liked the video. Buy low, sell high. Subscribe. Make sure you check out our channel, Poochie's Pickers, where we actually go and buy all this stuff and go thrifting. And thanks for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate it. More than you will ever know. I'll see you next week.